Hey everyone, happy holidays. I want to say thank you to everyone that entered in the holiday giveaway that I put on over the last week. I was able to give away 21 passes, that's 3 a day, for my online 10 out of 10 out of 10 program. So hopefully, either starting now or in the new year, we'll have a bunch of people working every single day to develop a meditation practice and create an empowering mindset at the same time. I'm really excited about that, so thank you so much to everyone that entered. And I know around this time of year, people start thinking about resolutions and how they can change for the new year and create a better life for themselves. And recently, I kind of uncovered this new practice that I found extremely powerful, and I want to share it with you as something that maybe you can try out with your meditation. I'm always talking about these three core skills of meditation. The first one is focus, and that's where we develop an ability to keep our attention on something longer, as well as bring it back to our focus when the mind wanders. The next one is awareness, and that comes through this process of observing what's happening in our mind and in our experience. So while we're meditating, we're doing this mindfulness practice of acknowledging the thoughts and either embracing them or letting them go. What we're doing there is we're changing our relationship with our experience, with our thoughts, and we're making it so that we start to become more aware of what's happening. Now, the third skill is calmness, and that's really about separating our emotions from what's happening. These three skills are building on each other, and this calmness is one that can be really difficult to translate into our daily lives. What happens from a neurological standpoint is we become habitual in our behaviors and our thoughts, and it's really hard for us to get out of the same patterns that we've found ourselves locked in. So I've combined some different practices that I've learned over the years into one that I think can potentially be very useful for us in order to start changing some of our habits in the new year. Okay, so what this practice is called, I'm calling it a recapitulation. And what it means is we're going to find a nice calm state. We'll get the body calm, we'll get the mind calm, and then we're going to venture into some past experiences that we've had that were either, frustrating or caused us some anger or embarrassment. And what we're going to do is we're going to meet those experiences from a state of calmness. We're going to work to not engage the emotions in those memories. And what I'm starting to find through this practice is that I'm learning to disassociate my perceived mistakes with my past experiences. And, I think a lot of us probably do this. We have memories of things that we've done in the past and we kind of cringe when we think about them. And for myself especially, that's something that I hate making mistakes. I'm a perfectionist. And so when I remember mistakes that I've made, I can be really hard on myself with those. So this practice is about learning how to apply that sense of calmness to our past experience. And through that, we might start to find that it becomes easier to apply it to our present day experience. It's a bit of an experiment, and I hope you'll give it a try. So let's just actually do a guided meditation right now, and I'll get you set up to give this a try, okay? All right, so as I've taught in my meditation in past videos, find a position where you can be stable and comfortable without having to work too much for your posture. So if you're in a chair, just slide forward in the chair so that your knees can start to dip down below the hip joints. You want your thighs to go from parallel to slightly pointing downwards. So just experiment a little bit and find that nice balance point for yourself. And then start to take some deep breaths. Really fill the lungs completely, and then exhale all the way, emptying the lungs completely. And just continue to breathe like this for about a minute. Now, meditation really starts in the body. And what I mean by that is it's very difficult to calm the mind if the body is tense. So the first step in our meditation should just be to find deep relaxation in the body. And the perfect place to start with that is just through the breath, slowing the breathing down, taking steady, full breaths. And what we'll find is that the body will just start to respond to the breath. And eventually what we'll notice in time, it may take some practice, is that the mind will then follow the body. So just taking a scan through the body, starting at the top of the head, and slowly working your way down, just bringing your attention to any places that you might be holding tension. Bring attention to your tension. See if you can just let go a little bit more. Anywhere that you are feeling any tightness. And throughout your meditation, it's always good to check in with the body and just see if you are feeling that sense of calmness and relaxation. I like to think of it as just a softness filling the body. And then once the body is soft, we then transfer that feeling to the mind. So looking to let go of some of that tension that is held between the mind and the thoughts. And this is really the second step to the practice, is after the body is fully relaxed, can we find that sense of relaxation with the mind? And in this, we're not stopping the thoughts. It's not about having silent thoughts. It's about having a loose hold and a sense of allowing. Once we have found that place, if you're not there yet, you can just pause the video and just work on it for a little while, using your breath and really seeing if you can let go and find that state of surrender. Once you've found that place, we're going to think to a memory of something that you find yourself typically regularly going back to, and feeling that sense of cringe, whether it's a mistake you made or something that you were frustrated by. It could be an experience you had with a person. And we'll see if we can go back through that memory, but without feeling the emotions that we typically would. Can we separate ourselves personally from that thought and just play it, watching like a third person? And if you're struggling with one memory, maybe try a different one that's easier. There's really a practice here where we're developing this ability, and as we get better at it, we can start to apply it to other things that are more difficult as we develop that skill. This is such a powerful process because it allows us to start to see the role that we're playing in our own experience and how a mind is influencing us to feel emotions that are a choice. Once we realize that all of our emotions are a choice, we realize how empowered we are in our lives to choose thoughts that are going to lead us to feeling the way that we want to feel. So I'll bring you back now. You can open the eyes, take a moment there. Just come back into the body. Thank you for joining me today. This is a relatively new practice that I've developed by combining some different teachings that I've come across, and also this sort of pathway that I've been going down lately of really learning about these three skills that meditation brings us and starting to really understand just how valuable they are. I hope that you found something in that you can use, and I really think that meditation is an art, and just like any art form, it's your personal expression of how you do it is what makes it powerful to you. So these are really just suggestions and things that you can try. You can think about incorporating into your creation of meditation, or you can leave them and find something else new that really works for you. That's what I encourage more than anything. Start with what you enjoy in meditation, and then let that take you to wherever it may lead. All right, thanks for coming by.